Something I'm really grateful for through this, even though I went through a lot, is that now I can have freedom and joy every day because I know what God's brought me through. Before Jesus, my life was definitely difficult. I struggled a lot with putting my identity into people who weren't good for me, like friends and what people thought of me and how well I did in school and just kind of temporary stuff like that. My biggest struggle was, I think, just trying to fit into the world and choosing the world over God, even though I knew the right thing was to choose the Lord, and trying to stay away from everything that people had to offer me. Along with that, with people and stuff, I thought I cared a lot about what people thought of me, and so anxiety started, and I struggled a lot with panic attacks every day. When panic attacks started, I didn't want to go to church or youth group anymore because that's mainly where it would happen. And so I would isolate myself a lot, and that resulted in depression too because I wouldn't want to go to church or youth group or anywhere. So my turning point, I would say, was after I got baptized. I was still kind of lukewarm and doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, but my turning point, I would say, was when I started reading my Bible and really diving into who God was and trying to figure out who He was and letting Him change my life rather than trying to be in control of it myself, and finding new friendships that were good for me and people from church who cared about God and loved Him and wanted to get to know God also. Tanya was really there for me, and she was really my mentor, I'd say, and I'd say Lynette also. Just all the youth leaders really were there for me a lot through that. In the church in general, I knew I always had somebody that I could go to that could help me and help me through my walk with God too. I would say just at school, I just feel I'm a different person. I'm the same person that I am at church, because before I would switch how I acted at church and at school, and now I'm the same. And I feel before I was ashamed for people to know that I'm a Christian, and now I just let everybody know, and I'm definitely happier at school and more outgoing and able to talk to more people, and I'm just happier. I'm looking forward to just which I know I can now, but spreading the gospel, and I want to go into the nations a lot and just spread the gospel to the whole world. So, and I'm looking forward to other people who might not know about Jesus, to know Jesus through me. My biggest piece of advice for them would just be to, even if you don't know fully what God is all about, just tell Him okay, I'm okay with you being in control of my life, and to not be afraid of letting go of things that are hurting you, even if it's not sin. That's what Pastor Ron said a couple weeks ago. And also just allow yourself to get the help you need, even if it's medicine or something, because there's no shame in that. Something I'm really grateful for through this, even though I went through a lot, is that now I can have freedom and joy every day because I know what God's brought me through, and I don't have to just always be sad about what I'm going through in the moment, because I know He's already brought me through something really big.